My Eid is my daughter's dance. Freshta, translated by Dr. Negeen Kargar. Spring 2024, California, USA. My alarm sounds at 6:15. I remember that I'm not at home. I'm waking up in a small room thousands of miles away from my beloved homeland. I look at my hands. They are colourless. There are no patterns of henna on them, no bangles on my wrists. I remember I was up late last night, baking our Eid cookies, and go to check how they are. I taste one, but can't swallow it. It brings out my grief. My husband calls after me from the bedroom, reminding me to get ready quickly. We have to leave early this morning to register with the local county. This is a very important appointment for us, and we must not miss it. It is the registration that will establish our resettlement here. At 7:30, a car provided by the county will come to pick us up. Outside on the street, the only colour comes from a traffic light revolving slowly through its cycle of green, orange, red. I feel as if the world is dead, that we're in a city without a spirit, where humans and animals do not breathe. The smells of freshly baked bread and cookies and pilau do not come from these houses. Everyone is busy with their own life. No one knows each other. No one goes in and out of the houses in colourful new clothes and jewellery. A deep silence rules these streets. I feel my culture vanishing. I try to hide my tears. I don't want anyone to notice them and come to the conclusion I've been abused at home or God knows what else. When we arrive at the county registrar's office, I get out of the car along with my thoughts. At the counter, I collect a ticket for waiting. When our number flashes up, we are invited into a meeting room. The interviewer is a young American woman. She seems angry or stressed. Perhaps she's just tired, I think. She doesn't smile once, but she asks us many questions and fills out forms for health insurance, food and childcare. My 2-year-old daughter is restless and naughty throughout the process. She keeps reaching for things on the lady's desk, and we try to keep her in check. All this worsens my tearfulness. It is 2:30 in the afternoon when we come back from the immigration office. I see the cookies I baked last night laid out on the small table. This time, hungry, I take one and eat it. It is delicious. I tidy up our home in case someone comes. I place some dried fruit and a thermos of tea next to the cookies on the table. For a moment, I think I should put on my traditional dress. I change my mind, but I dress my daughter in hers with its blue and red embroidery. She loves the dress. After an hour and a half, I ring my friend Fazana and ask her if I've got the day right. She replies, "Yes, today is Eid, but unfortunately I am at work. In this country you have to forget about our celebrations. You just work the whole year until the Christmas holidays." I don't say more. I don't want to take up her time while she's at work. My daughter is still happy to be in her dress, so I turn on a lovely Afghan song on the TV. Its lyrics are about a traditional Afghan dress. I can believe the singer is singing just for my little girl, dancing on her tiny feet with colourful beads around her ankles. She looks like a rainbow after a shower, turning around and around to the beat of the song. Freshta, Dushanbe, Tajikistan, 2 years earlier, in July 2022. Both of us are liars. What are your thoughts? Nothing. I hope good news comes. I fall silent because I know what he means by good news. He hides things from me, and I hide things from him. We both worry, although it disturbs our sleep. He falsely comforts me, and I do the same for him. I try to convey that everything is all right, all will be fine, and we can live a happy life. We're both liars. Deep inside me, there is a worry that won't let me rest. 5 months ago, we had a lovely daughter, but she doesn't have any documents. She doesn't have a passport, and right now it is so important to have an official identity. I have been waiting to receive an email for 280 days now. This email will determine our future, especially my daughter's future. This is about my application to have our family resettled in a third country as refugees. They've told me that the application is being processed, but they haven't said yes or no yet. If they would just reply, I'd know what to do next. If my inner world was filmed, the world would be shocked. I cannot lessen my fears. I cannot go to Afghanistan, and life is hard in Tajikistan. My husband and I are both impatient to receive this email. Whenever I get a notification, I immediately look, but they're always just Facebook notifications. I feel anxious and worry about what might happen if I received the email and didn't notice. Even if I try to stop thinking about it, I cannot. In reality, this email seems to exist only in my head. Freshta, Dushanbe, Tajikistan, February 2022. My contractions were increasing. I wasn't sure if this was labour or not, because for a month I've had these pains. But my husband knocked on the neighbour's door. They have a car, and they drove us to the hospital at midnight. The initial assessment showed I still had time, so that night passed and then another day. Then the doctors decided to put me on a drip to induce labour because the contractions were not strong enough. After 4 hours, the doctor came and examined me again. The pain was so intense. It was 3 a.m. The doctors were attending me, but my husband was not allowed to be present. I asked them to let him in. I wanted to tell my husband, "If I die from this pain, please do not take my daughter to Afghanistan." I was born during the first dark era of the Taliban, and now the same thing is happening to my daughter. We sent an asylum application to Canada a while ago, and my application is still being processed. In labour, all I could think of was to see my husband and tell him not to go to Afghanistan, not to let our daughter's life be destroyed, and please to follow up the asylum application to Canada. At 3:30 a.m, I was taken into the operating theatre for a C-section. When the drugs had worn off, I thought about my daughter and asked the nurses to take another message to my husband. I asked them to let him know I was glad our daughter was healthy and I was alive to see her.